But currently we are battling with the master cylinder because I believe the master cylinder has failed because we can't get any brakes. This is the Supra master cylinder. I've cleaned the outside and stuff, cleaned the inside. I have pistons and seals and everything all in some warm water. It's mainly just to try and confirm my suspicions that I think the seals are gone, or at least one of the seals has gone inside the master cylinder. This might work, it might not work, who knows, but if it does, it confirms my suspicions, and then I can go ahead and basically order what I need to order. So I definitely forgot to record a little bit of what I'd done to the car. Kind of did a fair bit of bits off camera, just me being me, just getting stuck in and forgetting to do stuff. So I'll just run through quickly what I actually did end up getting done. The rest of the day, then push the car into the garage where it's basically living now for the foreseeable future. Is basically its new home in front of the MX. So I'll just flip the camera around and I'll run through everything that I ended up doing. Okay, so obviously this is all of it's a bit of a mess. I mean, previous owner, I haven't really walked around the car at all either, but previous owner or previous owner before that did a lot of painting and painted that yellow, the fan yellow vacuum hoses, and I assume got these painted yellow, and the valve cover, there's another one that I've got that is bright yellow. I don't really know, but I guess blue and yellow was their thing. But so what we ended up doing was we ended up actually getting a new master cylinder. The old one was faulty. I'm going to buy a rebuild kit for it at some point. But the main difference between one that was on the car and the one that I bought, in terms of it's the only one you can actually buy that I found anyway, is if we look on this side, you can see on this side, oh gosh, the torch is not doing very well, sorry, I have to do this under torchlight, but you can see on this side there's only 2 ports. There is the space for a third port just there, which is how the old setup is. So from memory, I believe the 2 front ports feed the 2 front brakes, and then the rear port goes to the rear brakes. I think that might be completely wrong, but basically what we've ended up having to do is so I had to buy a T-piece, as you can see down the bottom there, a T-piece, and then create this new brake line. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't look pretty at the minute, but it was kind of need to get it done for the MOT. So ended up getting that done for the MOT to be done, so that the car can be driven, because obviously, like I say, we had no brakes, which was not ideal. Other things that obviously need to be done in here, there is obviously quite a large item on this side of the engine bay that is missing, and that would be the turbocharger. Obviously it is an NA auto, unfortunately, but again, it's kind of what you get with one of the cheapest Supras in the country at the time I bought this. So obviously we do have the distributor just there, because it's an NA, doesn't have any of the cam crank timing, signal, sensors, blah, 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 all that stuff, fun stuff. And we have the inlet manifold that goes over the top of the engine. But down here we have a nice space that will sit the turbo at some point. I'll do a little quick run through around the car as well quickly, just because why not while I'm here. Obviously it is auto, and that is the interior. This is all painted in, I assume, the same color blue as you've probably seen in the last video, same color blue. I'll probably want to end up taking all of this out and putting it back to black, like a satin black kind of look. I have replaced the seats as well. So these it had RX-8 leather seats in it that were power. Oh gosh, this isn't going. That were power seats. I took those out and put stock Supra cloth seats back in it, just because, one, comfort, two, these actually fit the car, and three, I just think they look slightly better. And I probably will end up getting these retrimmed into leather or something, just because, yeah, why not? We did end up, again, I forgot to do this. Ignore those. That's been, yeah. I need to get some new bolts for these. Some sanding marks and stuff. Like I said, I'm not the best painter in the world or anything of the sort, so I don't claim to be. A lot of this stuff at the moment is just to try and get by until a lot of other stuff in my life has sort of been and gone, and I can start piling money into this, which, like I say, it will be a long process. But yeah, basically just got some paint from Halfords, sanded this all back, done some minor repairs and stuff on like little bits, flat that back, primered, painted, and it looks right. Obviously it's a little bit dirty, but gave it a polish and stuff, and it come back up all right. I think I need to do it, well, for one, it needs a clean as well, but yeah. So, and then obviously we can see, ignore that bit, I was testing, but you see, obviously I filled that, I sanded it back, but yeah, this whole thing just needs, it's a bit of a hot mess, all to do with the respray that was just not very good. So as I was saying, yeah, there was a few things that I forgot to record just because I was getting stuck in and doing them. Do apologise about that. Like I say, I'm just kind of getting back into this, doing whole vlogs and videos and stuff like that, just because I want to kind of record the journey and sort of share with people, try and bring the Supra back to its former glory, and kind of revive it and save it, because there's a photo which I might interject into this video somehow in a sec, which shows how bad the Supra was, just in terms of it was neglected, sat on a driveway. It'd been sat on the driveway for like 6 years. Basically, I think the guy essentially got into COVID, the MOT ran out, and he kind of just couldn't be bothered with it after that. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it was in the most amazing condition prior to that. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, 6 years is a long time to sit on a driveway, and things deteriorate very quickly. So it very well could have been just the fact that he had left it for 6 years and it started to deteriorate quite quickly. So, but yeah, I just wanted to try and save it, and I got the opportunity to buy it, so I did. And now, yeah, we're going on this journey, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. And I'm going to try and revive it and do all the things that I've always wanted to do to a Supra. I want to turbocharge it, and there will be a time where there will be a change of transmission that'll be going in there, that I don't know which yet. We'll find out at some point in the future once I get round to doing it. But it's going to be a long journey, so I guess stick with me, and I guess we'll see where it ends up going, and hopefully you guys enjoy the process along the way, and hopefully my editing skills and stuff get better as I go along. So thanks. But yeah, I guess drop a sub, I guess. I don't know what they say.